All right, today we'll go over how we built the front gate with the Gabion Wall. You have seen the video of the gate commander, off-grid solar power for the gate. And now let's go over how we built this Gabion Wall for the front gate, what it is and what it does. So here's the Gabion Wall here, G-A-B-I-O-N, Gabion. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. This Gabion Wall has a foundation at the bottom, hog panel, looks like cattle panel, but they're thicker wires. It's a cage that holds the stone, and then a little metal roof on top for architectural reasons. And of course, I always suggest people install wider gates. This is a 16-foot gate. It lets you have room for when you bring a trailer in to turn, and room on either side of the vehicle. You could probably get by with as little as 12 feet, but I prefer 16 feet for all the gates. So here's the Gabion Wall. We'll get a little bit closer to this one, and then we'll peel back the layers and see how it was constructed. You can see some detail here. Of course, this is just a big stack of rock in a cage. It's gonna weigh a lot. I mean, it's not moving at all, obviously. And then when I built a foundation for the concrete pad that it's sitting on, I pounded in rebar. So you'll see that in the details of construction. Just wanted to show you the finished gate, and we'll open it up later on this evening, go over the light details. So stand by for how this was all built, and hope you enjoy the video. Okay, we're working on the foundation for the gate. This is going to be a Gabion Wall, which is basically stacked rock inside of some kind of fence. We're going to use hog panel. Hog panel is a size of wire, I guess, in a sheet of fencing. You'll see in a second. So I've driven in some rebar into the ground to pin the foundation to the soil. I've already installed the posts. You can see here, recycled drill pipe, 3-inch Schedule 80 pipe, very deep into the ground. Thankful for a jackhammer, but yeah, concreted in. We're going to mix up this stack of concrete right here and pour it in there and make a foundation. So the magic will happen. Stand by. All right. Let's wet down the soil and the concrete and let's wet down the forms and the soil around where we're going to pour the concrete, so the concrete doesn't feel so disturbed when it gets placed on the ground. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. Now, the source of all these rocks we're using in the Gabion Wall are just available in nature. They're just laying here on the ground. This area is kind of rocky. Some of our neighbors have it much worse, but there's a giant source of rocks here. And so just pick up every rock. I've got these milk crates, and you just go and you get rocks that are big enough to fit in there. Here's a nice big one, and here's a nice one, and another one, and another one. Look. Look at that. Nice baseball, softball size, what I'm going for. This one's a little bit too big for the Gabion Wall, so I will move it somewhere or pile it off to the side if I'm going to make a trail through here. Remove the rocks and use them as an edging for the trail. So there's that. Then pick up another rock. Oh, I don't know. Look, here's like 50 of them. So rinse and repeat. I fill up 6 or 8 of these milk crates, move them into place, and then we will empty the milk crate into the Gabion Wall. Let's look at that process. Okay, we're at the Gabion Wall, the front gate, and so you can see the idea. I have concrete foundation, That varies in thickness from 4 to 8, 10 inches, depends on the slope. And then I used hog panel, 4-inch mesh. And then we put ribs of wire between the front panel and the back panel so that the wall stays relatively flat. And then it's simple. You pick up a rock and you drop it down in there. Sometimes it may not go where you want, so you just like reposition it. And then one of these crates, when it's full, does about, I don't know, 8 inches or so. And I just keep going back and forth across the gate or the wall and filling each section. Eventually I will get to the top, and then this wall will be complete. Okay, I've made the prototype for the little roof that I'm going to put on the top of this gabion wall. And so I have a 2x6 of which I ripped lengthwise at 10 degrees, and I'm using about 2 inches in the front. And then in the back, I use the other 3.5 inches of a 2x6. So this is our prototype. The rusty metal will be on the top, and in the back I'll have this ramp, and in the front I'll have this ramp, and then in the end I will have an aluminum strip attached here with LED lights attached to it. And then the LED light will actually shine down and illuminate the gabion wall. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Okay, step 74, or whatever number it is. I've ripped this 2x6 by 8 foot long cedar at an angle so that I have the front piece and the back piece. And then I'm going to, for the LED lights, I'm going to install a valance attachment strip. Well, LED attachment strip. So I'm going to attach this to the aluminum 1 inch, a 1/16 inch thick, 4 foot long aluminum L bracket. I'm going to attach it to the cedar. And then when I get the LED light strips, I will peel and stick them to this other surface so the light is pointing down towards the rock face. You'll see that momentarily once I get all this done. This is going to be the back piece that holds the tin up. You'll see that in just a second as well. Okay, here's the gate from the front side. We'll go over here and focus on this gabion structure. You can see the concrete pad holds the weight of the rocks in the cage. The cage holds the weight of the rocks from leaning out. There's ribs. Oh, hello, walking stick friend. So here's a LED rope light. This is AC powered, alternating current, 120 volt, and it's just attached to this aluminum strip. Initially I had pressure sensitive adhesive stick-on LED tape, and it wasn't outdoor rated, and so it didn't last. All right, here's the gabion gate at night. You can see the illumination of each side, the right side and the left side. So let's go over, I guess, to the left and look at the detail of the light and the stone. So, I don't want to light up the whole neighborhood. It's just illuminating this area right here. The light does travel magically across the driveway and illuminate both sides. So the facade of the gabion wall is illuminated nicely. And then our little friend, the walking stick, is still right there. You can see the light, the aluminum strip holds the light well and helps actually direct the light down. So yeah, that's that. It's a beautiful gate at night. One of my future plans is to make an outline of the street number in a plate steel, hang it there. So that's that. Beautiful gabion structure. I was able to use a yard or two of rock in each side, which I picked up from the ground. And now some of the rocks are very large, as you can see. don't really go in the gabion wall structure, but I used them as a perimeter. And so do the best you can with where you are and with what you have. So that's that, and that's a wrap. Thanks for watching Gabion Gate Build.